it might seriously be the end of FaZe Clan. The FaZe members of right now, that being Jason the Ween, Lacy, Stable Ronaldo, all of them have been acting very strange. A lot of radio silence, and this includes them moving out of the FaZe House. There's also been unconfirmed reports that that home is now up for sale again. And also a lot of behavior on stream that has indicated that something big is happening. And to top it all off, the CEO of the FaZe Clan has opened up a new creator agency, and it's pointing to a potential transition from FaZe Clan to this new agency. First things first though, a lot of this is speculation. I noticed a lot of these clips showing up. There were a few that seemed a bit fishy. I personally think something is going on, something that does actually seem to be impacting all of the members. But that doesn't mean that anything I'm saying here is absolutely concrete. Use your own intuition, your own judgment, and come to your own conclusions. But I want to show you what I've found to be quite interesting. Last thing, this is the last video I'm posting before holiday break. So if you guys celebrate, Merry Christmas. I plan to be back posting after Christmas, potentially in between before New Year's, might even do a stream, we'll see. I know we were close, but I don't think we're hitting that 100K by the end of the year, but anyone who has subscribed or is about to, hey, that'd be cool. I really appreciate your support. It has been a terrific year, and I'm very grateful that all of you have showed up. But sappy thank yous out of the way. Enjoy the video. Now to start things off, we have this post dating back to December 8th, the day it all started to fall apart. This is a collection of two different clips, one of Jason walking outside, I believe the FaZe House, and he gets stopped by Stable Ronaldo, and then a second clip will be Jason and Lacy together on stream, and they end up getting a message that is a bit concerning, and they have to abruptly end stream. Keep in mind, they're doing this event, FaZemas, all throughout this entire thing, and they actually ended up ending it a day early, I believe, but this is all kind of coinciding and happening along the same time that they're trying to run this event.
Hey, look at Ron. Hey man, we on mute right now. There's crazy news coming in every second. Wait, dead ass? Oh yeah, life's crazy. Should I mute? I mean, if you want, is he muted? Mute. 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 Is it muted for sure? Mute.
And so obviously it goes quiet. You can't really see anything else happening, but you can see Jason here kind of freaking out about what's being said, checking phone.
Well,
chat.
Hey man, we are shit. We got some shit we gotta handle, bro.
Yeah, we got. We're gonna have to step out, chat.
Real shit's going on. We gotta handle this. Boss call. Not necessarily. Kind of, maybe. But, yeah, let's get the W's going in the chat, bro.
As you can tell, they're just very strange, very awkward. Like, even the way that Ronaldo was talking about it, like, haha, life's crazy. You're muted, though, right? So, obviously, there's a gravity to this situation that they're acknowledging or at least are being forced to acknowledge and are dipping. And it's serious enough that they have to just close out a stream as soon as they see whatever they see on Lacy's phone. Fast forward to later on this week, the same individual who posted this ended up posting this clip as well, with Lacy kind of really stressing out. And again, this is not a way that he typically acts or any of these other streamers do, and it's very clear that there is something going on that's pretty big behind the scenes, and it's starting to bleed into him doing his stream, doing his job.
I'm not talking too much about it. I'm not saying too much. There's a lot going on right now in my life. A lot of bullshit, a lot going on, and I'm just, honestly, I'm fucking mentally exhausted. I'm drained, and like, it has nothing to do with streaming. That's the thing that's pissing me off, because all I want to do is just stream and go live. That's all I want to do, is just make content and stream and talk in the chat. And there's just so much going on, and I can't take a day off because I told you guys I was doing 21 days in a row. So I'm literally sitting here forcing myself to stream and just trying to completely ignore all the real world problems that's going on in my life. And I'm gonna fucking lose it, bro.
Sorry, just crazy during this, the way he's talking about it, and this dude's just setting up a camera behind him. First, I was thinking, okay, well, it has nothing to do with streaming. I wouldn't think about the other stuff. But when it comes down to it, this dude just wants to stream. And I think that maybe that could be referencing, obviously, familial stuff, personal life stuff, but it also could be referencing that there is something else going on business-wise that is impacting his ability to stream, or like any of the other FaZe members, their ability to stream. And we've seen this kind of thing before, where like a singer wants to do their stuff a certain type of way, but the label is forcing them to make that music in a type of way, or have to post TikToks about it, and they just want to make the music. Lacy's making it clear he just wants to be streaming, but there's other stuff going on that's kind of screwing him over in that sense. That's how I'm reading the situation. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's true. It's just my feel for it, but I'm interested hear what you guys think, but continuing on. We get this clip from Lacy's brother, which I didn't know he had, stating that something serious is going on and confirmed Lacy is spending Christmas in Pennsylvania after a viewer asked where Lacy was. And I'm just going to let this clip play, but this kind of ties into the point I was like just making about the previous clip.
Yo, Luke, you know something about your brother? He hasn't streamed in 4 days. All right, chat, I'm going to say it one more time, okay? He will be back soon, okay? Serious stuff's going on. Do I know the serious stuff? Hell no. Quit on us? No, chat. Something's up. Leave. You wouldn't just leave. Is your stream on Christmas Day canceled? I don't know. I have no clue. All I know, chat, is I might not be live tomorrow because I'm picking him up from the airport because he's coming home for Christmas.
He's saying that he doesn't know what's going on. He could be just lying right now because that's kind of what you're supposed to do if it's a personal thing. It seems pretty genuine, like he doesn't really actually know what's going on, which kind of plays more into either it's something that's impacting the FaZe people and those friends, or it's a business thing. Kind of rules out that this is like a personal family issue specifically. I feel like it just would have been addressed differently, but again, just intuition. But he also mentions that he's going to be spending the holidays at home. Additionally, the other FaZe members, obviously, all of them were leaving the FaZe house. Keep in mind, this is all happening while they were trying to do a FaZemas, like a FaZe Christmas event, where they were doing all this content at the FaZe house, and then abruptly, all of this stuff starts happening, like the weird conversations, the muting. Another interesting thing that happens during this, Blackboy Max stayed quiet after seeing that all the FaZe boys unfollowed Banks on Instagram after their disappearance from streaming. And you can see here, all FaZe members besides Adapt have unfollowed Banks, leading fans to believe he may have played a role in their streaming disappearance. I'm just going to play what Plaque had to say during this.
Breaking news. All FaZe members besides Adapt have... Not my business, gang. Not my business. Not my business. How to weed in Silky's backpack.
He moved on from that in an interesting way. I don't know, for a streamer like him, I feel like being entertaining in a response like that, even when you don't know what's going on, is kind of what you do. I know he is close with these people, so maybe that is just a response that would make sense, but it's just very peculiar how quickly he went, yeah, not my business, and just moved on. I'm just going to leave it at that being a peculiar way to react to that. Now, you might have also seen this during the clip of Lacy's brother, where he had it up on screen. Lacy was seen without his FaZe chain that he always wears after the recent silence from every member. And this was taken, a picture of him right here, was taken without his FaZe chain while they were at Silky's house. I can't speak for the fact that this dude has always been wearing it, anything like that. But again, all of this is just kind of piling up together and seeming to paint a picture that something is very clearly going on with the FaZe clan itself. Now, this was another interesting find. This individual here, Terry the Terrorist, eviction notice. After doing some research, it appears the FaZe house has been relisted for rent as of this morning, 9 a.m. Yikes. Looks as though the move-in is available as soon as January 15th, 2026 at $75K a month. Hope this isn't the end of LA FaZe content. And you can see here from these photos, it's saying status for rent, available date 1/15/2026, showing this information here, December 2022, price $75K. The comments here, the replies are a bit back and forth. Is this actually really saying, yes, anyone welcome to DM me? I will show the websites and realtor listings, which I mean, as the photos here. Then someone else said false, just called the agent, not listed on the MLS as active, and it kind of went back and forth. Other people are saying like here, does not seem to be real. You can see this photo. It says sold for the status. The listing doesn't exist. It shows off market, bro. This is edited or something, or it ain't update yet because I have the same exact website open and it shows as sold. Now I did the smallest amount of research by just clicking on this guy's profile who posted about it. He says, I posted this before it was leaked that FaZe boys unfollowed Banks. I've been informed that Banks used hostile means to rug the Four Loko sponsorship, thus resulting eviction. Banks is currently out for me. Again, I am not suicidal. Yet another post. After leaking the FaZe has been evicted, I have received multiple threats from notable persons of interest. I would love to go on record that I am not suicidal. I'm led to believe they might have been fucking with us. That's kind of crazy stuff to say that you're not suicidal. You think people are coming after your life for revealing that a house might be up for sale? I'm led to believe they're just trolling. And so really, truly take the house rental thing with a grain of sand. Editor Quinn, what the fuck? A grain of sand? Grain of salt, moron. But this piece itself is, I don't think, very legitimate. Every other point outside of this person's own post is pointing to that just being fake. faked. Shortly after the following thing, Saltier posted, Stable, Ronaldo, Lacy, and Adapt have officially re-followed Banks after fans are speculating that he had something to do with the FaZe boys' disappearance. Riveting stuff, I know, following and unfollowing people. I think it's interesting that they all did this at the same time and then did it again. Seems like there's clearly something going on, as, you know, pedantic as following and unfollowing people is. I just figured it was notable to show you guys. Now, this is where it kind of got a little like tinfoil hat for me, but there ended up being some evidence to support the points being made. Now, this came from this individual. I was just like kind of searching through stuff. I had bookmarked it, but after most of the FaZe members unfollowed Banks, and for anyone new who doesn't understand the narratives and propaganda Artones was calling out, I don't know who this is. It turns out he was right this whole time. Well, maybe I might be typing shit. So here's this post. I'm going to read it for you, and then I'm going to show some information. Banks owned 25.5% of the company, and Matt Kalish, DraftKings CEO and FaZe media owner, owned 75.5% at one point. Hardscope, which is the new content creator agency launched on December 17th, streams stopped December 18th. On Matt Kalish's LinkedIn, it says he was a board member of FaZe from April 2024 to December of 2025, so he left the FaZe board. Depending on the contracts, Banks could have kept his 25.5 even when he stepped down as CEO, and this could mean the shares were transferred to Banks, which means he would own a majority of the company, which means he'd have the power to do this. But it could also be them transferring to Hardscope, and they aren't allowed to make content right now until the trademark passes, or they're fooling the internet fairs, like Marlon did. What a guy.
I wanted to see how bad and easy or hard you can really fool the internet.
But that sounds like a lot of like saying stuff without actually showing evidence of it. So I just did a few quick searches of myself, and some of the first things to pop up. DraftKings co-founder Matt Kalish launches Hardscope media platform designed to help scale creator brands. Now this came out December 16th, or at least the post of it did. And even just reading here some of the, you know, differences, but maybe it's just like a specifics thing. You can see here that Kalish had 49% ownership of the company, at least in 2024, talking about some of the investments that he had made. Obviously that could have gone up over time, but then also if we jump over to his LinkedIn profile, that is also true. You can see here, Hardscope full-time November 2025 till present, so it seems to have started up November. So maybe that post came out and they were aware of the company before they fully went live. But then you can see down here, board member, FaZe Media full-time from April 2024 to December of 2025. And there's a final year date, 1 year and 9 months. So there is an actual corroboration of the points that they're making. Does that end up correlating with what's happening in FaZe Banks getting full ownership of the company again? No, these points don't prove that in any way, but that doesn't mean it's not happening. I just don't know where that information is coming from about Banks getting ownership again, other than just, you know, inferring from the following, unfollowing, all of this kind of stuff happening in the background. Again, very curious to hear what you guys think if you're interested. I think that the group, particularly Adapt, I've got a soft spot for him. I watched him growing up a bit as well. I think they have made some interesting content. Ronaldo specifically has kind of grown on me. I'm not too much of a fan of Lacy or Jason, but it would be a bummer to see, you know, people that I'll look for content and whatnot to cover potentially being disbanded. It would kind of suck. It would kind of be, you know, the last hurrah for the FaZe clan that I grew up hoping to get into with my MW3 quick scoping. But curious to hear what you guys think. Let's speculate in the comments below. Hope you guys have a fantastic holiday little week here leading into the New Year's. I hope to see you guys a few more times, see more videos to come out. But lastly, thank you again so much for all the support this year. I think just about over doubled the subscriber count that we had going into it, and I'm super happy with the growth that we've made. I might end up making another smaller video just kind of chatting about that and, you know, doing an appreciation video for you guys essentially, but we'll see about that. Might run out of time, but that's it. See you guys later. Adios. Peace. Bye.